If you've ever looked at a steaming compost pile and thought, there has to be an easier way, you're absolutely right. The truth is, nature has been making humus, real, living, nutrient-packed humus, without a single shovel for millions of years. The forest floor doesn't flip, mix, or turn, it's litter. It simply layers, decomposes, and renews itself. That quiet process, hidden beneath leaves and mulch, is the secret every gardener needs to know. Today on Crop Corner, we're unlocking the lazy gardener's formula for creating humus directly in your garden beds. No turning, no lifting, no sweat, just natural transformation. Before we dive in, let's get one thing straight. Humus is not just compost. Compost is the halfway point, decomposed organic matter that still breaks down quickly when added to soil. Humus, on the other hand, is the stable, dark, carbon-rich material that gives soil its deep color, its earthy smell, and its incredible fertility. It's what holds moisture during droughts and releases nutrients slowly over time. While composting relies on heat and constant turning, humus formation depends on balance. It's a cool, aerobic process, driven not by heat-loving bacteria, but by fungi, actinomycetes and earthworms working together in a stable, moist and shaded environment. The less you disturb them, the better they perform. So, instead of managing compost piles, we're going to feed the soil life directly where it lives. Every time you dig or turn the soil, you break delicate fungal networks that help stabilize humus, so put the shovel away and start building on top of your garden bed instead of inside it. This no-dig layering method, sometimes called sheet composting or the lasagna method, creates a living soil factory right beneath your mulch. Begin by clearing large debris or weeds, but avoid tilling. Then lay down your base layer of carbon-rich materials, dried leaves, straw, shredded cardboard, or old mulch. Spread this layer about 10 to 15 centimeters thick. Think of it as a mattress for the microbes. It absorbs moisture and feeds fungi. Next comes your nitrogen layer, fresh green materials like grass clippings, kitchen scraps, or green weeds. Spread this about 5 to 8 centimeters thick. To keep the process balanced, aim for a 2-to-1 ratio of carbon to nitrogen. That simple rule ensures slow, steady decomposition instead of rot or odor. Finally, cap it all with another layer of dry carbon, leaves, straw, or even wood chips. Lightly sprinkle water until it feels like a wrung-out sponge. That moisture is crucial. It activates microbial life and kickstarts the quiet decay that leads to humus. Once your layers are down, the real work begins, but not by you. The soil life underneath takes over. Fungi spread white threads through the layers, earthworms pull bits of decomposing matter down into the soil, and beneficial microbes begin breaking everything into fine organic compounds. To keep them happy, you must maintain the right environment. Always keep your surface layers shaded. Mulch, straw, or even a light tarp in dry weather will do. The goal is steady moisture, not saturation. The ideal level feels just damp, never soggy. If it dries out, microbial activity slows. If it gets waterlogged, anaerobic bacteria take over, and your bed can sour. A good practice is to check moisture every few days, especially in warm weather. If it feels dry, lightly water it again to keep the top layers alive. Remember, you're managing a living ecosystem, not a pile of waste. You know, nature doesn't dump all its leaves in one go. It actually feeds the soil slowly, year-round. And well, you can do the same. Every couple of weeks, just add a thin layer of green waste or dry leaves right to the surface. Think of it as, keeping the buffet open for your soil life. Now, if your area has low microbial activity, or maybe not a lot of worms, go ahead and introduce some. A handful or two of mature compost or worm castings spread across the top layer will, inoculate your soil with life. This really jumpstarts decomposition, especially in new or poor soils. For an extra boost, try watering your bed occasionally with compost tea, or even a simple molasses solution. Just 1 teaspoon of molasses per 4 liters, or 1 gallon of water. This gives soil microbes a burst of energy, encouraging faster humus formation and healthier fungal growth. Within just a few weeks, you'll start to see that unmistakable white fungal web beneath the surface. That's the signal your humus factory is running full speed. In this system, your best workers aren't human, they're worms. As your layers break down, earthworms migrate upward to feed. They drag tiny particles of decayed material deeper into the soil, mixing it naturally and leaving behind worm castings, some of the richest natural humus there is. Plant roots join the process too. As they grow through the decaying layers, they release sugars that feed microbes and fungi, creating a living bridge between soil and plant. This partnership accelerates humus stabilization and strengthens soil structure. It's nature's perfect teamwork: roots, worms, fungi, and microbes building fertility with no intervention at all. Within months, you'll see your top layers darken, your soil loosen, and your garden come alive with earthworm tunnels and crumbly texture. Once your bed is established, maintenance becomes effortless. Just keep layering through the seasons. In autumn, add fallen leaves. In spring, grass clippings. Between crops, a bit of straw or spent plants. You can even bury kitchen scraps directly under the mulch layer. Just remember to cover them with something dry to prevent pests. Never remove old layers. Let them sink naturally into the soil. Over time, the lower layers blend with the native earth, forming a deep, humus-rich topsoil that holds moisture, resists erosion, and provides nutrients year-round. For gardeners with heavy clay soil, this approach breaks compaction naturally as worms and microbes carve air channels through the surface. In sandy soils, it builds organic matter that traps moisture and nutrients instead of letting them wash away. It's a one-size-fits-all solution that adapts to your garden's needs. After a full year of this hands-off humus method, you'll notice remarkable changes. Your soil will darken, its texture will turn soft and crumbly, and that rich, earthy scent of true humus will rise when you dig your fingers in. Plants will establish faster, suffer less transplant shock, and show deeper green leaves with more consistent growth. You'll find yourself watering less, fertilizing less, and working less, because your soil is doing the heavy lifting. What you've built isn't just humus. It's a thriving underground ecosystem that recycles nutrients, stores carbon, and supports plant life naturally. This isn't lazy gardening, it's smart gardening. You've shifted the work from muscle to microbes, from turning piles to nurturing life. The forest doesn't need compost bins or pitchforks, and neither does your garden. So, the next time you're tempted to turn that compost pile, stop, lay it down instead. Let nature's quiet workforce handle the transformation while you enjoy the results. Building humus without lifting a shovel is not just easier, it's more effective, sustainable, and deeply in tune with how soil is meant to live. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Crop Corner, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your gardening friends. Let's keep spreading the word about the smarter, quieter, and more natural way to grow thriving soil. Because when we work with nature instead of against it, the results are always richer, just like the humus beneath your feet.